welcome to Focus on the Community. I'm your host tonight, Robin Doan with McMahon Hatter Insurance. And for our viewers out there that are just tuning in, we are restructuring our program a little bit, and we are having some very special guests on, some of the wonderful nonprofits that we have in Pensacola. Tonight is no exception. We have Little Theater in a big way here with us tonight. I have two very special guests to welcome in just a second. For those of y'all that are just tuning in, my guest tonight is the Pensacola Little Theater. Did you know that the Pensacola Little Theater, although little, again, does theater big time here in Pensacola, has over 170 productions a year. So if you were wondering what's been going on at that building right at the corner of Main Street, I've got our special guests on tonight to talk about it. Please welcome with me, I have two very special guests, Carolyn Ward, who is the president of the board of directors, and then I also have our executive director of Pensacola Little Theater on here, Melissa Hackle. Ladies, thank you so much for your time
Robin.
tonight.
Thank you for having us on tonight.
And again, we have big time productions here in Pensacola. I can't tell you how much I just enjoyed the last one that I went to. We'll get to that in a second. Y'all tell me about this wonderful season that y'all have kicked off.
We're really excited about the 74th season. We have 3 different venues in the theater. We have the Studio 400 series, which are kind of our edgier shows. We've got the main stage productions, which have all your classics. They're the shows that everybody knows and loves. And then we also have the Treehouse Theater, which are shows that are for children. They're usually enjoyed by the whole family, but we often have younger actors in those, and they're definitely for a younger audience base. This particular season, we're really excited about the lineup. Like you just said, our most recent show, All Shook Up, was very popular. I went to see it, and my husband and I just loved it. I mean, it was one of those shows where everyone stood up at the end and was clapping and was dancing along with the music.
Oh, it was wonderful. All Shook Up, for those of y'all that didn't have the luck to attend, it was an Elvis basically musical. It was phenomenal. I mean, I found myself tapping my feet along to all these songs that my mom, who's just an avid lover, has grown up with, and they had actually made it into a plot line. It was amazing, and I seriously could not believe the amazing talent that we have here in Pensacola. And for those of y'all that don't know, Carolyn is also an actress, so you can tell us about all of the dynamics around it. But I mean, when I say it is Little Theater in a big way, I really mean it. If y'all have not been down to see a main stage production, I seriously recommend that you do it. We have got some amazing shows coming up. We're going to get to that in a little bit later part of the production. But what I really want to talk about, and the reason this show is called Focus on Community, is because you're a wonderful nonprofit that's been here for many years in Pensacola. But one of the great things that you do is you give back so much to the community. Tell us a little bit about your community outreach program.
Well, do you want to take that, Melissa?
I can try. Actually, what we try to do at Pensacola Little Theater is we try to offer something for everyone. And I know that you talked a little bit about Treehouse and Main Stage, but we also, before we get into so much in the community, we have Studio 400, which is a little bit more edgy type theater. It's also a place where we showcase our new talent, anyone that's never been involved in theater, and it's a place where we bring in people off the street with absolutely no experience in theater.
So it's a great starting block for our actors and actresses, or aspiring actresses and actresses out there. It's a great starting block.
It's a great starting point, but Jerry Ahillen is our artistic director, and he does an absolute fabulous job. And you know, he tells me every day, make sure you tell everyone you know that you do not have to have theater experience. As Carolyn said, Treehouse, Main Stage, we have children that can audition for either one, and you do not need experience. And back to
I think it's just great, because when I grew up, you know, theater was this wonderful thing that you went to New York for, and you know, you had to get all dressed up, and families had to spend a lot of money to do this. And now, community theater at the Pensacola Little Theater, you really have your prices match everyone, your subjects will match everyone, and the fact that you have a real family event. Because I know one of my favorite things to do is get dressed up, and it's always nice to have an event to go to. And tell us a little bit more about this Treehouse Theater, where people can actually bring their families and introduce young people into theater.
Well, the Treehouse Theater was actually how I first got involved with the Pensacola Little Theater. I had the joy of acting in one of the shows when I was in high school. I was the Velveteen Rabbit, and it was very exciting for me because, I beat out a bunch of little 10-year-olds for the role, and I was 16. But I was so proud because that was my first lead in any production that I had done, and it was at the Little Theater. And I just really enjoyed it, and it was a great show. My mom would come help out backstage, and all my friends would come see it, even though they were older. But then we had so many cute kids that would come with their parents to these shows, and they would all ask for my autograph. It was really exciting.
Oh, how exciting!
And they love it. I mean, it's so great for them to get to see live theater because, it's the same thrill as Disney World. Kids like to see, the people that they adore and that they're fans of. So it's so great to have them meet and greet after this show. So they've enjoyed this great production. Last year we did Alice in Wonderland. We're going to do Alice Through the Looking Glass this year.
It's a story that children will recognize that you're bringing to life, and that's just so important. And
right.
As all of our viewers know, all the arts across the board are getting cut so much as far as schools go, and so this is a chance to really include your family, make it a family outing. Get the kids dressed up, and you're just going to be amazed at how entranced they are when they're watching these actors and actresses.
And Robin, I think the important thing to note is you can actually come down to Pensacola Little Theater and see a play starting at just $5. So we're less than the cost to go see.
Definitely less than
Yeah,
a movie. Because
a
has anyone
lot
been to a movie recently? It's
A
like
movie.
$30.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's less than the cost to go see a movie, and your family, the whole family, can go out and experience local talent, culture, and if you're not an actor or an actress like me, I absolutely not. There's other things that you can do to get involved in theater, and Carolyn, you may want to go into detail, but there's so many different things that you can do to be a part of Pensacola Little Theater. So if you don't act and you want to come down and get involved,
yeah, it takes over 80,000 volunteer hours to put on our series of shows. So even if you don't act and you don't like being on stage, there's so many things behind the scenes that you can do. You can help with costumes. You can help with sets or props. Someone's out there almost every weekend building a set. And whenever I do a show...
Oh, that is fun.
Yeah, it is fun because you get to get in there and get your hands dirty. I always like to grab up the power tools and really try and pretend like I know what I'm doing. But, even if you aren't an expert...
And ushering, we need help in the office, and I don't know if you saw the show starting, or if you've ever been downtown at the corner of Palafox and Main, but we have a huge building. We're a little theater, but we're located inside of the Pensacola Cultural Center. And
let's just talk about that for a second, because not only is the Pensacola Cultural Center a beautiful building, but the history behind it's actually really neat. It is actually, for those of y'all that haven't been in it, it is the inside of it is actually constructed of the outside of old buildings. So it used to kind of be like a courtyard.
Absolutely.
And so when you're going through, and the reason I just love the idea of taking your children down there, when you walk in, you have like 70 feet ceilings, and so they're immediately just impressed with this beautiful vista of all this really, this really beautiful stuff. When you walk in, you also have a restaurant there. We serve cocktails for the adults, and it is a true experience. And one of the greatest things that I just learned, in planning events, the Pensacola Cultural Center is actually an amazing venue to have a party.
It is.
And that's available as well.
A birthday party, give us a call. Absolutely. And also, you mentioned the restaurant. I know we talked about Studio 400 a little bit ago, but again, if you want an intimate setting, a table like we're sitting at today, and a play right in front of you, you can come down and have food and wine or whatever and experience theater right in front of your eyes in a very intimate setting in Studio 400. We only seat about 120 to 150 people in that theater, whereas on main stage in our proscenium style theater, we seat about 450 people.
That is wonderful. Well, when we get back from break, we're going to dive into that a little bit more and figure out what is coming to a stage near you very shortly.
You don't really think about stability until you don't have it. Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent auto owner's insurance agent today. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people.
You gonna eat that?
McMahon Hatter Insurance. We're an independent insurance agency. We don't work for a single insurance company. We work for you. Our professionals listen to your needs. We answer your questions. We help you choose from a wide range of auto, home, and health insurance, ensuring that you get the policies that are exactly right for you. As your needs change, we'll be there with you every step of the way. When it comes to insurance, you have choices. We can help you find the right choices at McMahon Hatter Insurance.
Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent today.
Hi, and welcome back to Focus on the Community. I'm your host tonight with McMahon Hatter Insurance. My name is Robin Doan, and I have two very special guests with me tonight. For those of y'all that have not made it down to the Pensacola Cultural Center, we have the Pensacola Little Theater here tonight with me as guests. Theater in a big way. Welcome back, ladies. I have our Executive Director, Melissa Hackle, and then we have our President of our Board of Directors, Ms. Carolyn Ward. Welcome, ladies. Thank you so much. Before the break, what we were talking about is a little bit of the wonderful experience that you can get with your kind of off-kilter theater a little bit. But let's switch gears just for a second and talk a little bit about your main stage productions, which are really how Pensacolians and theater goers itself probably first experience the Pensacola Little Theater. Tell us a little bit about this amazing action-packed season that y'all have coming up.
Well, like we said before, the main stage season tends to be the classic shows that people know and love. We just had All Shook Up, which involved all of the Elvis songs. It was a huge hit. And the next show coming up is also a musical, and it's Side by Side by Sondheim. Sondheim's songs are very famous, and so what this is actually a musical review of all of those songs. So we put them all together all in one show, and it's going to be great. The next show after that is Moon Over Buffalo, and that's a very famous drama that most of you probably know, and I'm really excited about the next show after that, and I might audition. I don't know.
Oh, we've got an actress up here.
But it's A Few Good Men, and if you don't know, my job is as an attorney. So I was like, I can just put on my application that I went to law school just to get experience for this role.
Can you handle the truth? That is so wonderful. And then after that, we have A Man Who Came to Dinner.
Yeah, and that'll be a great show.
Which sounds like it could have a very juicy plot
And
line.
I have to tell you guys, let's not forget about our special events, because one of our biggest events of the year, which we've been doing year after year, is Rocky Horror. And it's a rated R show. So again, we are a very diverse mix.
We're community theater, but leave your children at home.
And I mean,
one.
honestly, we really try to give the entire community something to enjoy. And we had such demand with Rocky Horror that we brought it back again, and it will sell out. So if you think you want to go, get your tickets. It opens October the 22nd. It is going to be lots of fun. And then after that, our next special production, which is done on main stage, is Nutcrackers, which I don't know, most of you probably know Valerie Russenberger, but she is a local favorite, a local celebrity, and that's her show. It's from her Curtain Call Productions, and it opens in
fabulous.
November.
So is she performing and directing this time?
I think she's both. I think she's both
Wow.
in this one.
So for those of y'all that don't get to the Little Theater often, Nutcrackers is going to be hysterical. It's a great show. It's also a chance to see local talent, which is amazing. When we are talking a little bit about other things that y'all do at the Pensacola Cultural Center, I love Pensacola's biggest party. I'm so excited. It's called Get Lit this year. This is Pensacola's very own cabaret. For those of y'all that don't know what a cabaret is, a cabaret Pensacola Little Theater style is when you have about 6 or 7 venues that all have a different theme around, and I think this year the theme is literature.
Yes.
So great literature in there, and this show is very close to my heart because at McMahon Hatter, this is our flagship show. We support this. We love the Pensacola Little Theater. We are so proud to be a part of it. But tell us a little bit about Pensacola's biggest party.
Well, I'm very excited about Cabaret this year. I'm on the planning committee, so I get to know, excuse me, all the great details. But this year, the theme is going to be literature, like you said, and we have about 5 or 6 different rooms that each have their own theme.
I think The Great Gatsby is one of the rooms.
Great Gatsby. We've got The Godfather. We have Pretty Woman. Right now, I'm planning the atrium, and I'm doing Breakfast at Tiffany's. So I'm very
fabulous.
excited about that classic. But you'll notice that a lot of the books chosen have also been made into movies. But I think that kind of goes along with the party. It helps us plan it. We usually have different types of music. In my room, I'm going to have some live music. We usually have a DJ playing great dance hits. It's a great way for the theater to raise money. And it's a great way for the Pensacola community to come out
really
and have fun.
an amazing party. I mean, for those of you that have not been, I remember the first time I went and I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is like a New York style party. I mean, you literally have hundreds of people walking around. You're going to see tons of people that you know, either be it from TV personalities, people that you see on the news. They're all walking around. Everyone is having a great time. It's a great place to go. I took my dad last year with his date. We had a great time. We were up in the Sarah Palin room. We had our pictures made, like we were shooting a moose. It was just so much fun, and it's really a chance for you to get to share all of Pensacola's culture at the same time. It's just an amazing part.
Well, and I think, just to add to that, if you are a local, author in this community and you have a book, don't hesitate to call us, because we're going to have a signing room. And, most of you guys have heard of Bubba Bechtel, T. Bubba. He's a personality that is at the Grand Ole Opry. We're so lucky to have him here in the community. And he's going to have this room with all the local authors in town. So
that is really great.
Give us a call.
A chance for you to better yourself at this great
Right,
party as well.
right.
That's wonderful. We can get signed books. That is fabulous. Well, I'm going to switch gears just a minute and talk a little bit about the community outreach, because I know that our viewers watching out there, this is called Focus on Pensacola, and you just do so much to give back to Pensacola. Tell us a little bit about what the truck that's out there that we've seen. Tell us a little bit about and walk us through everything that we talked about. I think we actually have some pictures to put up for our outreach efforts.
Well, I do hope that we got one of the truck. I know we sent one over here. Actually, no, this is a picture of Della's Diner, and we talked a little bit earlier about Studio 400. And Della's Diner is actually part of a soap opera series that we do because of popular demand. Again, we try to give the community
What it wants.
what they want to see. And again, this show will sell out. So this is actually from Little Shop, I
Yes.
believe.
That was a great show. It was this past May. I actually went to the auditions for that, and it amazed me at how many talented people
It
from the
really is
community that
amazing.
came out. And it was a diverse group, too.
Oh, Alice.
Alice in Wonderland. Again, we're doing Alice Through the Looking Glass this year. So for those of you that did go see Alice in Wonderland, we had a great Mad Hatter Tea Party. Carolyn Gibson is our special events director. I don't know what she has in store for Alice Through the Looking Glass.
But it's going to be worth coming out to see.
Yeah.
We're also doing Willy Wonka, and I'm hearing that we're going to have a chocolate fountain. So,
Oh.
yeah, and this is again from Alice in
Right.
Wonderland. Okay,
great.
Obviously we did not have a picture of the truck, but for those of you that are interested in seeing the truck, and I would suggest you take a drive down Main Street. I think most people drive that direction from time to time, but our truck is parked over on Main Street, and we actually bought that truck from Impact 100. Or from Impact 100, I'm
From
sorry.
the grant.
From the grant that we won from Impact 100 back in 2008. They paid for us a truck, a portable stage, sound, lighting, and everything that we needed to go out into the community.
And what an amazing organization.
What an amazing-
Impact 100, just to switch gears a little bit, they just actually spoke at my Kiwanis Club. And they were saying, for you to win that's a very big honor, because for those of y'all that don't know much about Impact 100, what they do is they pick their top 5 parts of the community that they want to support. And so the arts is obviously one of them. And to win that, what an honor.
what an
and what a
honor.
gift to the community. This is a truck that they were able to purchase to be able to take community theater back into the community. So wonderful. We are actually going to hear a little bit more about our community outreach program when we get back from our next break. So make sure you turn in.
Now you know you're going to have to feed and water them.
No problem, Daddy.
For all the promises we make, Keeping your word is what matters most.
Don't forget to stop by and visit.
No problem, Daddy.
Your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows that. In fact, you could say,
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
they were raised that way. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
Honey, are we up to date on our homeowner's insurance?
Relax, we're with McMahon Hatter. That was taken care of months ago.
It's hurricane season. Do you know who your insurance agent is? Not knowing if you have the right insurance can be stressful. But with McMahon Hatter, we can take that stress away. We're a locally owned independent agency. We represent the top insurance companies in the marketplace, which in turn gives you the best coverage. We have the ability to show you multiple quotes and help you save money. McMahon Hatter, your trusted advisor for your insurance needs.
You don't really think about stability until you don't have it. Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent today. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
New shoes?
McMahon Hatter Insurance, we're an independent insurance agency. We don't work for a single insurance company, we work for you. Our professionals listen to your needs, we answer your questions, we help you choose from a wide range of auto, home, and health insurance, ensuring that you get the policies that are exactly right for you. As your needs change, we'll be there with you every step of the way. When it comes to insurance, you have choices. We can help you find the right choices at McMahon Hatter Insurance.
Hi, and welcome back to Focus on the Community, sponsored by McMahon Hatter. I myself am an agent with that firm. My name is Robin Doan, and welcome back. Well, we have been talking about Little Theater in a big way right here in Pensacola at the corner of Palafox and Main Street. I have two very special guests with me. I've got Executive Director of Pensacola Little Theater, Melissa Hackle, and then the President of the Board of Directors, Carolyn Ward. Ladies, thank you so much for coming back for a little bit more. We only have a few minutes left, but please tell us a little bit about this fabulous raffle that you guys have coming up. This is part of their, actually, I consider it part of the community outreach because I'm planning on buying a raffle ticket and hopefully getting to go to see Wine Country. Tell us a little bit about this fundraiser that y'all have coming up right now.
Well, we've got a great raffle going on. We only sell 500 tickets, which means that if you buy one, you have a 1 in 500 chance of winning a trip to Wine Country in California. This is an all-expense paid trip where we cover your airfare, your hotel, even a couple limo rides. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a great trip. And to buy a ticket, you can just call the Little Theater at our number, which is below on the screen. And the tickets are $50 a piece. And like I said, you have a 1 in 500 chance of winning. And if you come to our party, which is November 9th, you can actually have a great chance of winning a door prize as well.
I think the fun part too about the raffle is how many times have you bought a raffle ticket and then you're like, oh, I have to be present to win, but they're not really doing anything fun. We're actually having a giant party to kick this thing off.
Absolutely.
So your ticket is actually buying you another ticket to a giant party. And then we're talking about Little Theater in a big way, Wine Country in a big way, viewers. Awesome. Can't wait to buy my ticket and get on that bus. It'd be so much fun. I guess you're going to do it on a plane. Well, we've talked so much about what we're doing out in the community. Tell us a little bit about how we can give back to you. Tell us a little bit about your annual subscriptions that you have coming in and available for all of our viewers out there.
Absolutely. We just kicked off the season with All Shook Up, but there's still subscriptions available at all prices, and we're offering 25% discount right now to new subscribers. Also, we have our Flex Passes that are on sale for, I think they're like $85, and you see 6 shows, and you can pick and choose. You can even go to Rocky Horror or Nunecrackers, one of the special event shows that you want to go to. So we still have a ton of stuff left. We just kicked our season off in September, so we're just getting started. Call us and come on down to Pensacola Little Theater and get your Flex Pass, your main stage subscription, or we even have Theater Thursday for those of you that want to come.
Oh, Theater Thursday is great. That's where the tickets go as low as $5. They're half price the normal theater tickets. So if you want to get a subscription for
If you've
Thursday
never
night
been,
seats,
that's right.
they're also the half price amount. So I mean, it's really a great deal.
When we're talking about theater available for the whole community, well, I gotta say, guys, with all y'all coming in and watching all this amazing theater, I know that y'all have very graciously selected McMahon Hatter as your insurance agents. Tell us a little bit about how you made that selection process, because it's really a cute story.
Well, it's so funny because when I took the job at Pensacola Little Theater, they said, okay, well, you're going to manage a theater. I said, okay. They didn't tell me there was this giant building that had just been
Wiped out by the hurricane.
overtaken by Hurricane Ivan. And so I get there and the atrium's leaking and there's garbage cans holding water. And next thing I know, I'm getting a notice in the mail that my insurance had been canceled. And anyway, so my insurance had been canceled and I started getting quotes. And as a not-for-profit, we couldn't afford the insurance. So Janice Hitt, that was handling our employee benefits, said, well, hey, McMahon Hatter, give them a chance to quote it. So Leslie Sam quoted the insurance and made us feel good that we were actually getting coverage because we didn't think we could get coverage.
That's great.
And worked it out. And now Robin is our new employee benefits person, and so from employees to building to the whole building community, people, we feel comfortable with McMahon.
That's so great. Well, I'm so glad to be part of the Pensacola Little Theater community family. It's such a wonderful opportunity to give back to the community as well. And I hope that our viewers out there are super excited about all the amazing things that the Little Theater is doing both in our community and on the stage. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight, and I hope to see you at the Pensacola Little Theater's next show.